seems to open with...
Her name is Tanya Corsi. She's the spook from George's roof.
Locked. Joey, could you come out here?
Relax, I'm here. Hi there.
Hello again, mister. What brings you by?
You're Tanya Corsi, aren't you? You're in television.
I knew you'd get it. That's me, Tanya Corsi, host of the Good Morning Show on Channel 11. Now all the mystery is gone.
So, Tanya, tell me about yourself.
You want to get to know the real Tanya Corsi, the Tanya that you don't read about in the tabloids and magazines?
If you let me.
I barely know you, Mr. Malone. Although if you swing by more often, you might learn a thing or two.
Are you sure you don't know anything about this note?
No, I don't know anything about any note. Please stop asking about it.
Do you know a guy named Jeffrey Dutta?
Sorry, I don't.
Do you know a Heather Goffstein?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Come on, that note on the floor, it has Heather written on it.
So, like I told you, it has no meaning to me. I don't know any Heather.
Well, Tanya, I have to get going, but I'll see you around.
Ta.
Come here for a minute.
Yes?
You take note of those names Michael gave us?
They're in my phone, if that's what you mean.
Sure, that's what I meant. You ever watch this Tanya Corsi's show?
No, her show was on in the morning, and I'm more of a night person these days.
You take note of those names?
They're in my phone.
Sure, that's what I meant. A roof deck like this, I wonder if money actually can buy you happiness.
I'll settle for central heating. Officer Palmer?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Do you know anything about Tanya Corsi's death?
Tanya Corsi? What are you doing getting involved with her?
It's
complicated, yeah, I get it. Durkin warned me it might get weird. Anyway, there's not much to tell. She slipped in her shower and hit her head on the tub. She fell unconscious and she drowned. The coroner did an autopsy on her and found traces of whiskey and Valium in her system. Not a good combination.
She killed herself?
If you believe the tabloids, then yeah. But the coroner says no. There wasn't much in her system to actually kill her, but it was enough to make her a bit clumsy.
So it was just an accident.
So it would seem.
Do you have a record of a Jeffrey Dutta? He was killed in a hit and run.
Let's see. Yep, hit and run, like you said. Technically, the case is open, but nobody has any hopes that it will be solved.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
The local news is airing. They're talking about the weather. Again. He looks pretty hard at work. Excuse me. Hi, I'm Rosangela Blackwell. Do you work here?
Certainly do. Jim Peebles, senior producer. How can I help you?
It's pretty empty here tonight.
Well, look outside. The weather's horrible, and almost everybody commutes to work. Nobody can get in, so we're running on a skeleton crew.
So what do you do here?
I'm the head producer for the Good Morning Show with Kathy Carden.
Isn't that Tanya Corsi's old show?
Yes, it is.
Did you work here when Tanya was alive?
Yes. Why do you ask?
I'm looking into her death.
Wasn't it an accident?
That's why I'm looking into it, just to be sure.
Huh. Well, all right.
What can you tell me about Tanya?
I liked her. Some anchors think they're the be-all and end-all, but not her. She knew we were all in this together and worked well with all of us. That's how you make a news show. Everyone needs to help each other.
Do you have a record of a Jeffrey Dutta? He was killed in a hit and run.
Sorry, no.
A note was found in Tanya's apartment. It was signed J.
And?
And your name begins with J. Did you write it?
Seriously?
You're in journalism. You know that any lead is worth following.
Well, sorry, I didn't write any note to Tanya. Not that I remember.
Can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Well, what you see is what you get. I started working at a copywriter's desk about 30 years ago. Worked my way up to producer. Been here ever since.
There's the self-help circle that held meetings a long time ago. It was called the Grace Group. Ever hear of it?
Sorry, no.
Well, thanks for your time, Mr. Peebles. I might be back later.
Sure thing. I'm not going anywhere.
It's pretty empty here tonight. I guess the weather even affects the media. I don't have time to search all those desks one by one. Looks like he's got a bunch of news wire reports open. Oh, and Minesweeper.
It's all gobbledygook to me. Late 50s, seems pretty dedicated to his job, probably eats more greasy food than he should. We're not here to watch that thing.
I can't talk to Joey in public. No connection that I can see. If there's a connection, I don't see it. Joey, could you come out here?
Uh-huh. Hi there.
Hello again, mister. What brings you by?
I met one of your producers, Jim.
What about him?
Oh, nothing. I was just wondering what you could tell me about him.
I don't spread gossip, mister. Except when I'm on the air.
Do you know anything about a self-help organization called the Grace Group?
Grace Group? No, I haven't. Sorry.
Does the name Benjiro ring any bells?
Benjiro? Is that Japanese?
I believe so.
Sorry, I don't know anyone named Benjiro.
Well, Tanya, I have to get going.
Ta.
Looks nice and warm in there. Of course, so would an ice factory right now. That's a pretty solid window. It says members only. Yep, he's still there. It's a keycard reader. Looks like it unlocks the door.
men's locker room. Glad I can't smell anymore. Probably nobody in there with my luck. Nobody here.
Hey, does it look right? Seriously, does it look right?
Does what look right?
The light bulb. I could swear it was blinking.
It looks fine to me.
Huh. Gotta do everything myself around here.
Looks to be in his 50s? It's hard to say. He's got the hair of an older man, but the body that most guys in their 20s would envy. He obviously worked out religiously, for all the good it did him. Hey, friend, can we talk for a second?
Are you sure there's nothing wrong with that light?
I'm no expert, but it looks fine to me.
Well, what can I do for you?
Hey, is your name Peter Fielding by any chance?
That's me. Why?
No reason. You own this joint, right?
Yes, I do. My dad built it. You could say it's a family business. Been running it around 20 years. Seems like yesterday.
So what's the story with the lights?
I don't know. It's driving me crazy. There's something wrong with them. I can tell.
Well, like I said, they look totally fine to me.
I'll just have to keep checking.
Nice place you got here.
Thanks. You looking to join?
Ah, no, I really don't think exercise is going to do me much good.
It's amazing how many people think that. You're young. Your metabolism is still going strong. But time catches up with you before you know it.
You're preaching to the choir, Peter, but I'm still not interested.
Well, we're here if you need us.
So, how are you feeling?
Fine. Why?
You don't feel strange at all?
What do you mean?
Well, just hypothetically speaking, you don't feel like you're going to explode?
What, like indigestion?
Not quite.
I am on a strict diet of wheatgrass shakes and fiber. Indigestion is the last thing I have to worry about.
So, you run this place with your old man, huh?
Sort of. He built it when he left the army. I took over long ago.
So, you run this place with your old man, huh?
Sort of. He built it when he left the army. I took over long ago.
Ever hear of the Grace Group? I understand you went to a few meetings.
You know about that?
Sure.
Wow. Well, yeah. I went to some meetings. It was all I needed.
Why's that?
Well, I wasn't the most focused of people back then. It's a long story, but in the end, I went to work with my dad running this place. It's been my life ever since.
Hey, I think I met a friend of yours, Father Michael Cooper.
Michael? Now there's a name I haven't heard in a while. How is he?
He's seen better days.
I'm sorry to hear that. He'll pull through. He always has.
Do you know anything about Benjiro? Ran the Grace Group meetings.
Sure.
Well?
Funny. I can't think of anything to say exactly. It's been 20 years.
Sure, people forget things.
That's it exactly. I just didn't think it would happen to me so soon.
Did you know Jeffrey Dutta?
Know Jeff too.
Not really, I just heard of him.
Good guy. Took care of my neighbor's dog when she was on vacation.
So tell me about yourself, Peter.
I'm the guy who's gonna kick your butt into shape.
Ah, well, we'll see. Do you know Heather Goffstein?
You know Heather too. Who don't you know?
Well, I'm a people person.
Wow, Heather. Haven't heard that name in a long time.
I hear Tanya Corsi went to this gym.
She's been coming here for years. That body you see on TV, I take full credit for that.
Well, we all gotta be proud of something. There's this TV producer, name of Jim Peebles. Do you know him?
No, sorry, I don't.
Well, I'll see you around.
You got it. I'll be here. I just gotta see what's wrong with this damn light.
Just a forgotten towel.
It's empty.
Calendar with a marker pen attached.
Looks like that picture frame fell off the wall. So I found Peter.
Peter? Peter Fielding?
Yeah, he's safe and sound. Spiritually speaking, anyway.
Huh. Michael was sure that Peter's ghost was taken.
Just between you and me, Michael doesn't look to be sure about very much.
You return with news, I hope?
We found one of the Grace Group spooks, Peter Fielding.
I see. Is he still intact?
Yeah, he tried to get me to join a gym.
I thought as much.
You thought so? What do you mean?
You know as well as I do. A spirit cannot be moved from this world until it is spiritually ready. It would appear that is also the case here.
But what about George and Leah?
From my understanding, they were aware of their death when they were taken.
Yeah, they were.
Then there is your answer. They were spiritually ready to leave this world, and so were vulnerable. This Fielding, was it? He is a lucky soul indeed. Until he is made aware, he cannot be taken. Not by you, nor by anyone else.
You've been around the block a few times, so to speak. Nothing like this has ever happened to you before?
The destruction of the very essence of life? No. Such a thing is difficult to contemplate, and to witness it, even more so.
So what? We just leave the spook to rot?
Of course not. It has been known for some spirits to become aware on their own. The right face, the right moment, anything can trigger it. And if that happens to Fielding, no. Our duty is to save him, and save him we shall.
How? The usual rules have been chucked out the window. We make a move and he gets hammered, and we're not going to let that happen, not again.
It is a dilemma for certain.
So wait, this is our fault?
Whatever do you mean?
Leah, George. Just by trying to save them, we destroyed them.
I suppose. Yes, it could be seen that way. But please do not blame yourself. How could you have known?
Ignorance doesn't change anything.
Listen to me. Whatever or whoever is taking these souls, they were marked long before they died. All we can do now is move forward and save who we can.
We need to think about this, plan our next move.
Of course. In fact, I might have an idea along those lines. I must confer with my host. Please excuse me.
Got a sec?
You rang.
I always used to wonder what it would be like to go to this school. Never thought it would take this. If we're going to help Peter, we need to learn more about him.
He's okay? Peter's really okay?
He is still deceased, but in all other respects, yes. He is as well as can be.
This changes everything. You have no idea. You two, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I never even considered that Peter's soul could be saved. And maybe Heather, too. Yes, Heather. If she wasn't taken, then her soul must still be lost.
And this is a good thing?
Of course. If a soul is merely lost, it still can be saved. And maybe so can mine.
So, what's your plan?
We are approaching this from ignorance, and possibly from fear. Before I was trapped in the void, I was a spirit guide for a very long time. I can learn much from a spirit by looking at it and talking to it. If Fielding's soul still exists, then it must be brought here.
And Heather. Heather's soul must still be out there.
And her as well, of course.
Peter Fielding's spook is at the gym. It's not too far away. You can talk to him there.
Are you kidding? I step out of this circle, who knows what could happen? If I die, there's a good chance I'll be an aware spirit, just like Leah and George, and then...
Be at peace, my host. I would not ask you to do such a thing.
Well, thank heaven for that.
Besides, it is unnecessary. As you say, only spiritually aware souls are attacked. Since this Fielding is not spiritually aware, meeting him in his current state would be fruitless. We need to awaken him before I can determine anything about him.
Won't awakening these ghosts destroy him? Aren't we trying to avoid that?
Don't be absurd. We'll put them behind this circle. They will be safe there.
And how are we supposed to do that? Spooks like me can't enter the thing.
This might surprise you, Malone, but I did think of that. Come here. Take this.
What's this thing?
Call it a totem. It was made with some of my essence. The circle was created in much the same manner, so it will make a perfect focus. When you awaken a spirit, use the totem to send them directly here. They will remain safely behind the circle until we can determine the next course of action.
So I'll be trapped in this circle with Peter and Heather's ghosts?
I am afraid so, my host.
Well, I suppose it can't be helped. And I guess it will be nice to see them again.
Yes.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Peter? Anything that can help us?
No. Of all the people in our group, Peter was the one I spoke to the least. I think George once belonged to his gym, even took personal training sessions for a while. But George wasn't really the personal fitness type.
I need to know everything you can tell me about Heather.
Well, there was one thing. It was a confession of sorts, you see, and she trusted me.
What was it?
You don't understand. It was a confession. It might have been a long time ago, but it was still a sacred trust. I can't betray that trust. It goes against everything I believe in.
Don't you think that under the circumstances, she would understand?
I'm not sure God would.
Does it really matter? What's the worst that could happen? You lose your soul?
My God, when you put it like that. Heather was a prostitute. She wanted to confess, but didn't feel right entering a church. She might have been Jewish, judging by her name, but I think she just wanted to speak to someone who understood.
Understood?
Someone who had been to grace group meetings. Someone who had had a life-changing revelation, like I did. I don't know what her revelation was, but she wanted to purge herself of her old life. So she asked if I could come to her apartment and listen to her. So I did.
Do you remember where she lived?
I was a priest entering the house of a prostitute. It's not something you forget. She lived by Tompkins Square Park. Here's the address.
Did you ever watch Tanya Corsi's show?
No, sorry.
I guess we should get going.
Then I do believe our talk is concluded. I will return outside.
Hey, Madeline?
Yes, my host.
It's all right.
All right?
Yeah, stay inside. It's cold out there.
I don't feel the cold, my host.
I know. Just stay, please, and thanks.
It is my pleasure, my host.
Some nasty spikes up there. I'm not climbing over it for sure. It just looks like a hallway leading down to a set of stairs.
Hey, how do you get in?
Ah, hello, miss.
Answer my question. How do you get in?
Oh, the gate was open. Is that all right?
Sure, I guess. Just be sure to close it when you leave. I don't want to get in trouble.
Dark and dusty. Can't tell what's in there. Frozen solid. Nobody's gonna have a picnic on that anytime soon. Those plants are barely clinging to life. Nice looking girl. I suppose that's an asset in her line of work.
Excuse me, miss?
Oh, hi. What's up?
Is your name Heather Goffstein?
Oh, I see. You came from Ray.
Ray?
Of course. You did come from Ray, right?
No, sorry. I don't know who Ray is.
Oh, well, then I'm sorry. If you want a date, you'll need Ray's permission.
A date?
Isn't that why you're here?
No, not at all. I just want to talk.
Really?
Really?
Well, I suppose that's all right, but we should stay out here. If we don't go in the bedroom, then it's not a date.
You sure you should be out here?
Why shouldn't I be? It's perfect. It's so nice to finally have a night clear enough to enjoy this place.
Clear night. Right. You live here?
I do. Why?
No reason. Just making conversation. You don't seem terribly surprised that I'm here in your garden.
It is a bit strange you appeared out of nowhere, but hey, I'm used to men appearing on my doorstep. And for some reason, you seem safe.
Safe?
Yeah, just a vibe.
Huh. Thanks, I guess. So, tell me about this Ray character.
I really shouldn't. Ray is really exclusive with the clients we're given. I shouldn't have told you the name.
So, tell me a bit about yourself, Heather.
Can we not, please? Let's just enjoy the evening, okay? It's nice out here.
Sure, no problem. Tell me about Father Michael Cooper.
Father Michael? Is he a priest or something?
Yeah, or something. He was part of the Grace group.
I don't know him. Sorry.
Are you sure? He seems to know you.
You don't meet many priests in my line of work. Or at least, if you do, they don't usually tell you.
Can you tell me about the Grace group, Heather?
Grace group?
Yeah, you were a member, right?
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Come on, think. You met in the basement of Grace Church.
What, like AA? I'm not an alcoholic, thank you.
Do you know a guy named Peter Fielding? Runs a gym in Murray Hill.
I can't really say one way or the other. Sorry. I could get into trouble.
Do you know a Tanya Corsi?
I don't think so. Sorry.
Do you know a guy named Benjiro?
I can't really say one way or the other. Sorry. I could get into trouble.
Well, Heather, I have to get going.
Sure. I'd leave the gate open, but for some reason, I don't think that will be a problem for you.
Just a dark hallway. I can't see a thing in there. If it's all the same, I'll use the door. She needs to be spiritually aware before I can use this.
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
So I'm told that you give personal training sessions.
Yeah, you interested?
I sure am.
Well, I don't have the time right now, but I can probably pencil you in. Just gotta check the schedule outside. How about next Tuesday, say 11 a.m.?
Sure, I think I can swing that.
Great. Here's my number in case you need to reschedule. You got a phone?
No, well, I'll just remember it.
Okay. 646-555-0425.
Thanks.
Great. See you then. And by the way, when you come to our session, don't wear a suit.
Hey, this is Peter. You know what to do.
Hey, anyone in here? Anyone? Please? Well, that was disappointing.
Heather Goffstein. She worked for Ray, and now she's dead. Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Could you look up another phone number for me?
I suppose I can, within reason.
I'm trying to track down someone who Leah knew. The number is 646-555-0425.
All right, give me a second. That phone is registered to a unit in Murray Hill. Here's the address.
I'm trying to find someone named Benjiro.
Let's see. No, nothing on file. Sorry.
Do you know anything about someone named Ray? I don't know who he is, but I think he's involved with prostitution.
Prostitution? Is this related to Leah's case?
I don't know. It could be.
This just gets better and better. Anyway, Ray, let's take a look. Okay, the name Ray definitely comes up in the Vice Department database. There was a raid on a bar called Vantini a few years ago, and someone named Ray was taken in for questioning. No charges were made.
Just Ray? No last name?
No. Whoever Ray is, that's his full legal name. Anyway, here's the address of the bar if you need it.
Thanks.
Sure.
Is there anything in the system about a Jim Peebles?
Let's see. Nope. Whoever he is, he's clean.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
The front door. It's locked. Typical.
She looks like she stopped caring about anything years ago. It's a painting of a young woman. No idea who she is. I can't smell them, but even I can tell those flowers are fake. Yuck, who knows how long that's been lying around. After seeing the state of this joint, Red's place doesn't seem so bad. A painting of a country home, some kind of farm maybe? Looks quaint in any case.
Coming. Yeah.
Who are you?
Who's asking?
I'm a friend of Peter's.
So?
So I was hoping we could talk about him?
Funny. I was hoping to be left alone tonight. Guess who wins? Coming. You again? What is it this time?
This is Peter Fielding's apartment. Why are you living here?
Because I do? Now, please leave. You again? What is it this time?
I'm looking into Peter Fielding's death. Did you know him?
Look, I'm done talking about Peter. I've got my own problems. Just leave me alone. You again? What is it this time?
I'm working with the police.
And
I need to ask you a few things.
I've already told the cops everything. I wasn't there. Coming. You again? What is it this time?
We really need to talk. It's very important.
Well, I really need to get to watching this movie. We all have stuff to do.
I don't eat. I'm not just gonna blow on everything I see. She shivered a bit, but no other reaction.
I can't see much, but it seems much warmer in there than it is out here.
Will you look at this, Denise? Someone brave enough to join us in this weather. Well, brave or stupid anyway.
Right. She must really like this place to be here in this weather. She looks kind of young to be working at a place like this. It's a painting of a woman dancing. It's dedicated to someone named Mistress B. Looks like some kind of promotional poster for a burlesque act. Whoever this was, he signed it, "Thanks for the tie, with love, AG." They've got a pretty varied selection, although I wouldn't really know. My criteria for picking out wine is, has pretty label and under $20. Hi.
Hey, what can I get for you?
So what can you tell me about this place?
It's old, quiet. I like it that way.
Really?
Yeah, I work on my thesis most nights. Honestly, I'm surprised a big place like this can stay open. It's always empty.
Do you know Ray?
Ray?
Yeah, is he here?
No, he is not.
I better not drink. I need to keep a clear head.
How about a coffee or something?
No thanks, I already have one.
I see.
Do you know Heather Goffstein?
Sorry, I don't.
Well, thanks. I better get going. Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for Ray. Do you know where I can find him?
Ray, huh? And why would you be looking for Ray?
I need to talk to him. I can't go into specifics, but it involves a woman who worked for him.
Worked for him, In what capacity?
She was a working girl, Heather Goffstein. She worked for Ray, and now she's dead.
I see. Worked is the appropriate word, I suppose. Heather left my employ a long time ago.
Your employ?
Yes. You want to speak to Ray? She's right in front of you. The former Rachel Mendez at your service.
So you work here?
Not directly, but I suppose I'm as much a fixture here as anything else.
So Heather worked for you. Can you tell me about her?
It's been, several years. I'm afraid I can't tell you much. She was very young. Very pretty. Slightly lost, perhaps, like many of my girls. She's really dead? How did it happen?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Is this a police matter?
Not directly. I'm working with them, but I'm pretty much on my own.
Well, in that case, ask me whatever you like.
How does this business work exactly?
There's no bedroom upstairs, if that's what you are asking. I own several apartments in the city. I give the girls room and board in exchange for the money they receive. Some of them skim, hell, all of them skim, but I make sure to treat them well. They treat me well in return.
You said Heather left your employ. Could you explain?
Just that. She packed up and left.
And you were okay with that?
You think I would drag her back against her will? Absolutely not. And what would be the point? I replaced her the next week. It's the nature of this business. Some girls try the life, discover it's not for them, and then leave. Some stay for years and it grinds them alive. But occasionally, with luck and persistence, one can flourish, like I did.
Did Heather have any enemies, an obsessive client, or anything?
I suppose anything is possible, but not likely. I screen our clients very carefully, and I keep very careful records.
If you kept careful records, does that mean you have a list of Heather's clients somewhere?
No. I'm sorry, but no.
Don't you want to know what happened to Heather? That client list could help.
You have no reason to suspect one of her clients had anything to do with it. You can't even tell me how she died. I won't betray my client's trust based on a flimsy guess.
I really need that client list.
Absolutely not. I give a premium product, and our clients expect premium service. Privacy is part of that service. That client list stays in my office where it belongs.
Well, I guess that's everything.
Sorry I can't help you. For what it's worth, I liked Heather. I'm sad she's dead. I suppose a drink to her memory is in order. Care to join me?
Thanks, but no.
More for me then. Denise, 1 gimlet, please. You know how I like it.
A young woman tending the bar. She doesn't look happy to be there.
So that's Ray, huh? Interesting lady.
Ray got herself a martini. One of the many she's had this evening, I'm sure. My knowledge of wines went out of date when I did. Some hack actor. Nice tie, though. Think they used enough pink up here? She looks kind of old-fashioned, even by my standards. No idea who that guy is. No idea who that guy is. Doesn't look like anyone sat there for a long time. All I'll see is a whole load of nothing. Is this a gin joint or a living room?
Hey, Red, get over here.
What's up? Looks like the kind of place where old men would read newspapers. If people still read newspapers anyway. A painting of a woman in Victorian dress. Some vintage posters of a German crooner. Looks to be 50 years old. Some vintage posters of a German crooner. Looks to be 50 years old. Looks comfortable. Shame I'm not here for fun. Ugh, no. I've been walking nonstop for 2 straight nights in the snow. I don't want to see how I look. The mirror is fine where it is. It's an emergency exit. Hi.
Hey, what can I get for you?
So that woman is Ray?
Yeah. Sorry I didn't tell you before. She likes to keep a low profile.
Really? She told me her name quickly enough.
Well, I've made her a lot of gimlets tonight.
Do you know about Ray's, business?
Look, I just work the bar. I don't ask questions. And I shouldn't answer them either. Sorry.
Do you know Heather Goff? She was one of Ray's, employees.
I don't know her. Sorry.
Well, thanks. They've got a pretty varied selection. All my criteria for picking out wine is, has pretty label, and it's Ray's martini glass. Better not. Ray wouldn't like that very much.
How odd. Denise, could you get that for me? Butterfingers tonight. Oh, Denise. Miss Butterfingers tonight. Oh, Denise.
Not while I'm.
Hey, you can't go out that way. Sorry.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh, I miss Butterfingers tonight. Oh, Denise.
Damn it! It's locked from the inside. That dumpster is covered in ice. That must lead back to the street. An old dish rag. Why am I carrying this? A filthy rag from a dumpster. Why am I carrying this? Locked. Of course it is. That dumpster is covered in ice. It's now a puddle of foul, coffee-flavored water, but at least it's melted. I'll never clean that sludge off by hand, not to mention, ew. I think I got it all, but I'm not carrying around this wet rag. Good thing there's a dumpster here. It only opens a bit, but it appears to be empty. Oof, it won't budge. Okay, you can do this. Let's see. First try. It's hard to see inside. I shouldn't play around on this fire escape any longer than I have to.
You know, we've been through a lot, you and I, but sneaking into the secret office of a known flesh peddler, this tops the list.
A bunch of phone numbers and addresses. It doesn't say who they belong to. These look like pictures of celebrities and politicians. I don't recognize many of them, but... Holy crap! Is that Kennedy? It's just a trash can. Pictures of young girls. I guess they all work for Ray. Is that? Yes, it's a painting of Ray. A much younger Ray, but still Ray.
Pictures of young women in interesting poses. A painting of a young and attractive woman in a state of undress. I don't recognize the model, but for some reason she looks familiar. Pictures of important-looking people. I don't recognize any of them.
Okay, let's see here. Client list. You're kidding me.
What?
An It's a text file, clientlist.txt.
And that's good?
Good for us. All I need to do is transfer the file to this memory stick. And we've got it. Some security.
I guess with the secret door and paying off the police, she didn't feel the need for any more.
That and she's a bit old. She might not know a lot about computers.
Huh, I can relate.
Ahem.
Oh, hi.
Nothing to say? Well, there's nothing to say, is there? I've been meaning to glue that window shut. I suppose I should thank you. But first, give me that memory stick.
Here.
Thank you. Now get your coat and leave.
And I'd almost gone a full 3 hours without a restraining order.
Well, the night's still young.
And I need another cup of coffee. Heather is definitely listed as one of Ray's, service providers. Of course, we already knew that. James Peebles is listed as being a client of Ray's, and the girl he saw was Heather Gopstein.
Well, this just got juicy. Excuse me, Heather?
Oh, hi. What's up?
Do you know a guy named Jim Peebles?
I can't talk about who I might know. I don't want to get anyone into trouble, especially me.
Well, Heather, I have to get going.
Sure. Drop by anytime.
Hi, Mr. Peebles?
Hello. Rosangela, was it? What can I do for you?
Jim, I know everything.
Sorry?
I know who Heather is and what she did for a living. I also know that you procured her services. There was a note in Tanya's apartment that said, "I know about Heather." It was signed J.
That could have been anybody.
Do you really expect me to believe that now?
No, I don't.
Tell me about your involvement with Heather.
God, it was over 25 years ago. working the late shift, sleeping during the day. Who has time for a social life? So, yes, I found other ways to meet my needs. Heather was one of them. I'm not proud of it, but I make no excuses for it either.
You said it was 25 years ago, so you stopped seeing her.
She quit the business. I didn't know what happened to her until she walked in that door. The new face of Good Morning, Tanya Corsi.
Tanya?
Yeah, the name was different. The hair was different. The whole attitude was different. But I knew.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Heather and Tanya are one and the same?
You didn't know? Isn't that what all this is about? She reinvented herself, changed her looks, got a gig as a weather girl, worked her way up to this newsroom, worked here for years, and never knew who I was until I told her.
Until you blackmailed her, you mean?
Look, 30 years I've been here, and I haven't moved from this damn desk. I saw an opportunity, and I took it. So, I wrote her that note. I threatened to expose her past. I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect her to go home and for that to happen. They said she fell in the shower because she was drunk, but she was only drunk because of me. So what now?
It's completely up to you. I'm not going to do anything.
You're not.
I got what I came here for.
Very profound, Red. Very profound. Ever think of getting into fortune cookies?
I'm only thinking of getting my coffee refilled.
That's my girl, always planning ahead.
So what exactly happened? Tanya, Heather, whoever, she split? She killed off her past so thoroughly that it became its own ghost?
I suppose so.
I didn't know ghosts could do that.
What? You read the rule book? Because I sure haven't. If we got a split spook on our hands, we gotta put him back together.
Locked. Joey, could you come out here?
Relax, I'm here. Hi there.
Hello again, mister. What brings you by?
Listen, Tanya, I know who you are.
We've already covered this, haven't we?
No, I mean who you really are. You're Heather Goffstein, or at least you were.
I told you, I don't know any Heather.
Tanya.
I don't know any Heather because Heather is gone. Heather is dead. She doesn't exist anymore. She can't.
I'm sorry, Tanya, but she does.
What do you want? Money? A promotion? Like Jim?
No, I just want you to come with me. There's someone you need to meet.
I don't have a choice, do I? Fine, lead on. But remember this, Peter didn't just teach me how to do Pilates. Take me anywhere funny, and you'll be looking at a broken nose.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Why are we going out there?
Just trust me.
Trust you? That's rich. You. I saw you on the roof earlier. Are you in league with this man?
Kind of?
2 blackmailers instead of 1. This is just great.
Tanya.
I said I would follow you, not talk to you. Where the hell are you taking me?
Just follow us, okay?
Can I at least call my car service?
I don't think that's possible.
What do you mean?
She means that they'd never come in this weather. It's better to walk. Come on.
Where are we going?
It's just up this way.
Wait, I know this building. I used to live here, back when I was... Why did you bring me here? Whatever you brought me here for, get on with it.
Tanya, there's someone you need to meet.
There's nobody here I want to see, I assure you.
Even still, I just need you to follow me. Then we can forget about this whole thing.
Fine.
Hey, Heather?
Hey, who's your friend?
What is this? Who are you? Answer me.
Heather Goffstein? Who are you?
No. No. This is insane. I'm going insane.
Sorry?
You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't exist.
What's your problem?
My problem? My problem is that I hate you.
Hate me? You don't even know me.
I destroyed you. I got rid of your name. I got rid of your hair. I would have gotten rid of your face if I could have afforded it.
You can't get rid of me that easily.
No kidding. For 20 years, I was free of you. And now you come breezing back.
Breezing back? From where?
First Jim wanted a promotion, and now this idiot here wants... I don't know what!
I don't want anything.
That's bull.
Huh?
You be quiet.
Hey! Stop that!
Look at each other. You're the same person, give or take 20 years.
I don't understand.
I don't think I want to.
Tanya, what happened when you got Jim's note?
What note?
It's too late to deny it.
Nothing happened. I just wanted to forget.
Forget what?
Forget you. Forget this whole life I left behind.
Why? Why are you so ashamed of me? All this life, it's a part of who you were, who you become.
Will I ever be free of you?
Do you really want to be? I'm not a bad person. I'm just kinda lost. I know I'll find my way eventually. Isn't that the important thing? Well, isn't it?
Look at you. I really was beautiful once.
You're really beautiful now.
Damn straight. Wow.
You okay?
Okay. I haven't felt this good in years. It's like an espresso and a colonic all at once. Speaking of which, you can take your blackmail threat and shove it. And I'm gonna tell Jim the same thing. Maybe it'll end my career, or maybe it'll give me a book deal. Either way, I'm tired of hiding.
Tanya, listen.
No, I'm not Tanya anymore. Tanya died. She
what?
We... took 3 Valium with a vodka chaser. That's all I remember. You're not really a blackmailer, are you?
No, I'm not.
I'm dead?
I'm sorry.
If I'm dead, why do I feel sick to my stomach?
Listen, there's no time to explain. Just grab a hold of this.
What?
Just do it. That was interesting.
Did it work?
Only one way to find out.
Hey, look who's here. Heather's safe and sound.
Safe. You were always an optimist, Michael.
Sorry, I know this is not exactly the reunion we expected after all this time. But you have no idea. I thought you were... Well, I explained that already.
So, Madeline, you got your spook. What have you learned?
It is interesting. This spirit is experiencing what would be considered nausea in a living person.
This spirit? I do have a name.
Apologies. She is being pulled. There is the signature of another spirit at work.
A signature?
Yes, I can see it. It is faint, but I can see it. Only the power of this circle is stopping it from gaining a foothold. Unfortunately, it is too faint for me to see anything useful, and we dare not lower the circle. I need to examine another soul, one that is marked like this one.
And by another soul, you mean Peter, don't you?
Peter? Peter Fielding?
Yes, his soul is still out there.
I see.
Madeline. The last time we met, she helped me out of the void. I suppose I owe her one. Hey, Maddie?
Yes, Malone.
Peter seems so normal. Well, normal for a spook. You really think he's in danger?
I can assume nothing less. Remember the totem I gave you. Use it as soon as he becomes aware.
So we never really talked about the Countess.
I am aware. I have purposely avoided the subject.
Why's that?
She banished me, Malone. Left me alone in an infinite void of nothing. I may have forgiven her. I may even understand her motives. But I cannot bear to think of her. Not yet. Please don't ask about her again.
Right. We're gonna take off, plan our next move.
Of course. We will be here.
Hi, Tanya?
No, call me Heather.
Sorry.
So, you're the one who's gonna save us all, huh?
I'm going to do my best.
Well, you best get to it.
Father Michael?
Yeah?
Is there anything else you can tell me about Peter? Anything that can help us?
No. Of all the people in our group, Peter was the one I spoke to the least. I think George once belonged to his gym, but George wasn't really the personal fitness type.
I guess we should get going.
Godspeed.
Michael seems to have a lot of faith in you. He's convinced you can help us. Can you?
It's what we do.
In that case, please continue doing it.
So how are you holding up, Heather?
I'm dead and my soul is in danger of being ripped apart. So, all things considered, I suppose I'm doing quite well.
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
So who's that lady living in your apartment? Girlfriend, maybe?
For the record, I am currently single and happy about it. And I think I'd notice if there was a random woman living in my apartment.
Sorry, must have been the wrong place. Say, can we reschedule that training session we set up?
Sure, we can do that. Let's go check the calendar outside. Monday at 3 p.m. is free. Does that work?
Sure, sounds good.
Great. See you then. Form looks great, Lisbeth. Just don't drag your feet.
run, run, run like a hamster on a wheel.
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
We found this case number in your apartment. Do you know anything about it?
First of all, no. And second, what were you doing in my apartment?
You know what? Never mind. I'm confusing you with someone else.
Sure, it happens.
Say, can we reschedule?
Sure, we can do that. I can squeeze you in on Friday at noon?
Sure, sounds good.
Great, see you then. Form looks great, Lisbeth. Just don't drag your feet.
Coming. You again? What is it this time?
You know what? Never mind.
You know what? Suits me fine.
Why is nobody ever happy to see me?
Dunno. It can't be your copious amount of social grace.
I can't touch him, but maybe I should get a closer look at him. I'm not just gonna blow on everything I see. I'm not just...
No good. The rug's too thick.
I can't see anything from out here.
I can't see any connection.
Huh, we've got a match. It seems that one of the Carth House squatters was a relative of Peter's. A sister, Maggie Fielding. According to her case file, she was picked up in the raid. She was brought in for an emergency detox and forced into rehab.
Ugh, coming. You again? What is it this time?
You're Peter's sister, Maggie, right?
Sure, fine, you got me.
Why couldn't you just tell me that before?
Because I'm trying to get healthy, working through the program, admitting I have a problem, just like my sponsor says. All that is the first step. I'm still working on the rest. Talking about Peter, that's step 5. I'm not ready. It's nothing personal. I just need to avoid thinking about him for a while.
And you're doing that by living in his apartment.
It's just temporary. I have nowhere else to go. And besides, what difference does it make? He's gone. He had a stupid accident, and now he's gone.
That's just it, Maggie. It might not have been an accident.
No. Whatever you're thinking, no. I need this to be over, you understand?
Then we need to talk. You can call your sponsor if you want to.
Screw my sponsor. Let's do this. So, talk.
Could you excuse me for just a sec? My shoe is untied.
Sure, I guess.
Thanks.
Smooth.
Why is Peter such a sore subject with you?
That's between me and him, or his ghost, or whatever.
It might help to talk about it.
I'm still working through the program. Talking about it is step number 5. I'm not ready for it yet.
So, what are you watching?
I don't know, some animated thing. Not normally into cartoons, but the ratings say it's good.
Is it?
I guess. They changed the main character's voice after the first episode, but it's not bad. Keeps my mind off, well, the stuff you keep bringing up.
What do you know about Peter's death?
Just what I was told. That he was fixing a light bulb and fell off the ladder. I remember thinking it was a pretty stupid way to go, especially for him.
How do you mean?
Did you know the guy? He was obsessed with health. To die just falling off a ladder? I always thought he'd outlive the world.
Could you tell me about your father? He opened the gym, right?
Sure.
Could you tell me anything else about him?
If you want to know about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. Here's his address. He's always home.
Tell me about yourself.
Opening up is step number 5. I am nowhere near ready yet.
Have you ever heard of the Grace Group?
What, those circle jerk meetings my brother went to?
You know about it.
Yeah, I know about it. Peter was a mess before he joined that group. If you ask him, he would say it helped him find himself.
Did it?
Who knows? I thought it was a cult. Might have been better if it was.
Why's that?
Look, never mind. Peter found himself. Good for him. I just have to focus on myself.
Have you ever heard the name Benjiro?
Benjiro? No. Sounds Japanese or something.
Can't you tell me anything about your father?
I told you. Ask him yourself.
Well, I'd better get going.
Sure. You know the way.
Wait, this is Greenwood Cemetery. This tombstone is faded and hard to read. There are a lot of family crypts in this cemetery, some going back 100 years. It's a little structure overlooking the lake.
It's too chipped and faded to read. Some family's crypt. Quaint little thing, I guess. I don't need to take shelter. Inside, outside, it's all the same to me. I'm not gonna float around some dead guy's crypt. I might be dead, but I'm not a ghoul.
The exit isn't far. If I really need to get out of the snow, I'll just leave. This should get me into Field's gym.
After you, dear.
Just watching it makes me feel tired. She looks pretty busy. She looks pretty busy. There we go. Nobody can say I don't do anything nice. It's a calendar with personal training bookings marked on it. I don't need to use the locker room. I'm not here to work out. God, no. That treadmill looks like it's on its last legs. No way I'm getting on it. That treadmill looks like it's on its last legs. No way I'm getting on it.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
So, tell me about your dad.
My dad? He built this gym from the ground up. He was a military guy. It was hard for me to relate to him until I joined him in the running of this place. He might be gone, but he lives on here. I make sure of it.
So, did you know your sister is staying in your apartment?
She is. Of course she is. She probably fell off the wagon again. Just stay out of her way.
Say, can we reschedule that training session we set up?
Sure, we can do that. Let's go check the calendar outside. Hey, miss, you're dripping water on the floor.
Oh, sorry.
No problem, just be sure to put on sneakers or something if you want to work out here. Anyway, let's check the schedule. I've got a slot free next Thursday at 5 p.m. How's that?
Sure, sounds good.
Great, see you then. Don't forget to breathe, Lisbeth. Always important.
It's just a number on the calendar. It's just a number on the calendar. The marker is attached to the board. It looks like they use it to mark the date on this calendar. The month is written at the top in dry erase marker. The month is...
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
Say, can we reschedule?
Sure, we can do that. Seriously, miss, you can't work out wearing that.
Oh, I'm not here to work out. I'm just looking around.
Just be careful. I don't want that coat getting caught on any of the machines. Anyway, let's check the schedule. Huh? Is that the date? Hey, listen, I'm sorry, but there's an appointment I've got to keep. Can we sort this out another day?
Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
Excuse me.
Hey, look, I really want to be left alone right now.
Sorry.
Hey, Peter?
Oh, hey, look, I really want to be left alone right now. We'll talk later, okay?
Sure, no problem. I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer not to. It's too chipped. Hey, Reg, you got a second?
Yes?
Is it just me, or does Maggie scream daddy issues?
Maybe. Whoever her father was, we should find out more about him.
So the gym was a father and son business. Nice story.
Let's hope it has a good ending.
sure, come on in.
So your father is dead?
Yep.
Why didn't you just say that instead of sending me to the cemetery?
The only person to visit Dad was Peter, and he can't do that anymore. I figured Dad could use the company.
Really?
No, not really. I told you, there are things I can't talk about yet.
You said Peter visited the cemetery.
Once a year, on the anniversary of Dad's death. Peter was a damn saint.
Can you tell me about your father?
He died over 20 years ago. I don't see how it's relevant to Pete.
You said Pete...
Once a year, Peter was a damn saint.
Well, I'd better get going.
Sure, you know the way.
I probably shouldn't talk to Joey here. Connor Fielding is Maggie Fielding's father. Connor Fielding is the father of Maggie and Peter. He's dead and buried at Greenwood Cemetery. Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Do you have any information on a Maggie Fielding?
Let me check. Maggie Fielding. Yeah, she was picked up in a raid not too long ago.
A raid?
A drug den in Chelsea. Some dump called the Carth House.
I know it.
Huh. Of course you do.
Anything else?
Just that she and about a dozen others were sent to the hospital for a detox. They were processed and let go.
That's it?
That's it.
Is there anything in the system about a Connor Fielding? He died about 20 years ago.
Let's see. Our records from back then are a bit spotty, but can't hurt to check. No, nothing comes up, but it's a very common name. Is there anything specific you can tell me about him?
He was in the Army.
Oh, then there might be something in the Veterans Association records.
Aren't those public?
Not everything. But fortunately for you, I can access everything. Okay. Archived records. Connor Fielding. Oh, seriously?
What's wrong?
Idiots. They had no idea how to archive data back then. I can only look them up by service number. You don't know it, do you?
I do, actually. It's 070-234-541.
Well, that's handy. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Connor Fielding. Served in Vietnam from 1966 till 1969. Honorably discharged. Moved with his family to New York a few years later. Huh. That's interesting.
What?
It says here that the police were called to his apartment several times. Reports of raised voices. Possible domestic abuse. No charges were pressed, which is why it wasn't in our police records.
But it's in the military database?
Word gets around. Someone must have noted it in his VA file. Doesn't say much else.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
coming. Oh, sure, come on in.
I learned a bit about your father.
You did?
The police were called several times to his house. No charges were made. It's not hard to read between the lines.
Huh. Well, I suppose you know everything now.
I don't, but I'm trying to.
Why? Why do you care so much? What does my father beating the crap out of my mother have to do with how Peter died?
I have my reasons.
So do I. There's a reason why I can't talk about this. I've been trying to forget this crap my whole life, and now I have a chance. I'm not going back to that. I'm sorry. I know you think you have good reasons, but I really need to be alone right now.
Listen.
Please, leave.
Okay.
You have such a way with people.
Are you still here?
Just leaving. Where are you going?
To visit my precious father. Not that it's any of your business. My neighbors are kind of twitchy. You better get out of here before someone calls the cops.
Maggie.
Huh?
I had a feeling you'd follow me here.
I didn't follow you. You got here after I did.
You're not gonna leave me alone, are you?
You know I try and help you whenever I can.
Not until I spill everything.
I've never pressured you to talk to me, Maggie, although God knows maybe I should have.
I'm sorry, but it's important.
Maybe it's because I'm out of that stuffy apartment. Maybe it's because when I'm here, I know he's really gone.
I know. I miss him too.
Talking about it. The fifth step. My sponsor said I didn't have to do them in order. Many people don't. I guess now is as good a time as any.
I'd like that, Maggie. I really would.
So, talk.
Tell me about your father.
It's not about him. Not really. It's all wrapped up with Peter. It's always Peter.
What are you talking about?
What did Peter do?
Nothing. Everything.
Maggie, what are you talking about?
He took over my dad's gym, made it successful. I hated him for it.
Wait, what? Don't you remember how miserable I was? Drifting from job to job, hating all of them. Running Dad's gym was something I was good at. I thought you'd be happy for me.
Didn't Peter have lots of jobs he hated before he started working at the gym? Couldn't you be happy for him?
Happy? Happy that he took my father's name and made it revered?
I don't see the problem here.
The people in the neighborhood love that gym. They come by and say what a nice old man Connor Fielding was, and what a shame he died, and how nice that his son took up his legacy. Legacy. A legacy of bruises and hiding in the dark.
Bruises? What are you talking about?
You always believed her when she said she was clumsy. It was like some horrible after-school special.
Maggie, you're not saying what I think you're saying.
You never knew, did you, Peter? So wrapped up in yourself. You never saw what he was doing.
Why didn't you ever tell me?
Mom hid it from both of us, and I was too scared to say anything. In the end, it was just easier to say nothing. I'd hate you, and now it's too late. For what it's worth, I don't hate you anymore, Peter. But I need to get on with my life. Goodbye, brother.
Goodbye? What do you mean, goodbye?
Sorry, I should go.
Maggie, wait! Maggie! I never knew! I swear, I never knew! I just don't understand. Huh? My God.
I'm sorry, Peter.
I remember. The ladder. It broke. Oh man, I don't feel so good.
Right, we don't have a lot of time. Peter, I need you to grab a hold of this.
What the heck is that thing?
No time, just grab. Well, that was close.
Did it work?
Let's get back and find out.
This whole story is incredible.
It's all true, Peter. Can't you feel it? Like something is trying to pull you away.
I thought it was just indigestion, but I've never had indigestion in my life. Figures I'd get it when I'm dead.
Madeline, have you had time to examine them?
I think yes.
Madeline?
Yes, apologies. I believe I have all the information I need.
Huh? Madeline?
Ugh, I really don't feel so good.
This can't be right. Michael, what's going on?
Madeline!
Apologies, my host.
Madeline, what just happened?
That felt quite pleasant.
Madeline? Madeline? Hey!
You, Malone, stay back. You as well, Blackwell. I've absorbed enough energy to burn that precious body of yours to a cinder.
Why? Why do this?
Have you ever heard of the concept, the journey of the soul?
What?
It is said that every soul has a predestined fate or destiny, and the goal of every soul is to find it. But it is also said that the joy comes from the journey, not the destination. Have you ever wondered where you would be now without the grace group? Without the epiphanies that were pushed into your brains as if by magic? Maybe you would have all found your way, maybe not. But you skipped the journey, went right to the destination. It made your souls happy for certain, but it also made them weak, pliable, controllable by someone like me. And now, if you'll excuse me, I am still very hungry.
No!
What the hell are you doing this for? I pulled you out of the dark. You were free. Why mess that up?
Free. You of all souls tell me that I'm free. I am dead. For centuries I have been dead. I was a good spirit guide. I did my duty. And yet did I ever move on? Did I receive any reward? No. I was passed on from host to host, saving spirit after spirit. It became tiresome. Then my last host banished me. I remained there, in the void, alone, forgotten by the universe, until you brought me out.
Yeah, well, we all make mistakes.
But I was still not free. To fully free myself, I needed power, energy. These souls, these poor, misguided souls, were the nearest source I could find.
You. This whole time, it was you?
Indirectly. I knew these souls existed, I just needed to collect them. I could not collect my host until last, because my existence here was tied to him. As for Fielding and Goffstein, they were sleeping spirits. They needed to be awakened, something only you could do. So, thank you for that.
Collect? What do you mean by that?
Perhaps that word is not sufficient. Possibly consume, ingest, absorb. I took their energy as part of my own.
You need to fix this.
Fix this?
Yes, you can still make this right. Just undo it, please. Bring them back. I'll bring them through the light and we'll just pretend this never happened.
I am sorry. I have not come this far only to turn back now.
And what do you need energy for? What on earth could be worth all this?
Allow me to demonstrate.
Hey!
What the hell are you doing? Ah! Red, you okay? Come on, darling, say something.
Interesting. I wondered if I would have to relearn how to breathe or walk, but it all comes quite naturally, like putting on a tailored glove.
Madeline.
Hello, Malone. Seeing you with these eyes is different. Of course, it might be these spectacles, cumbersome things.
I'll show you cumbersome. How about a punch in the face?
Malone, there is no need for this hostility.
No need. You lied to us from day one.
I apologize for the ruse. I admit I have not been completely forthcoming.
No kidding.
Come now, Malone. Nothing has changed. I won't shirk the duty. I have no choice. We will continue to save lost souls. Performing it from this end could be refreshing.
I work with Red, not with you.
You can think of me as her, if it will help.
I'm gonna fix this.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
Red, fight her. Whatever she's doing, fight her.
She cannot. If her predecessors could not win against me, then she has no hope. Not with the power I now possess.
Predecessors? What are you talking about?
This is not the first time I have attempted this. In the void, I could only reach certain minds, the minds of other bestowers.
Other bestowers? You mean...
The other Blackwell women, yes. But I was too weak, and so were they. I could only control their minds for a few minutes before they broke.
Broke?
I did not expect that would happen, but some good did come of it. I eventually learned the proper approach, and finally I have succeeded.
You're insane. I mean it, Madeline, a stark, raving lunatic. Do you have any idea what you've done?
You dare condemn me, little ghost? Allow a few centuries to pass. Wait until you've been left abandoned in the dark, adrift, terrified. Then you can pass judgment. But until then, I must get to the business of living.
Stay here. We're not done talking. I said stay here. Ah! Hey! Now cut that out.
Do try and keep up.
It's not like I can do much from in there.
What are you doing?
You know, Red and I have a bond. We gotta stick together. Where she goes, I go. You might be wearing Red's body, but you ain't her. There's a line in the snow, and you can't cross it. But Rosa Blackwell, she can cross it just fine.
You're hurting me.
Good.
You idiot! Do you have any idea what you just did?
I just evicted you, sister.
No, I will not be trapped in that limbo again.
Tough. You made this mess, now clean it up.
Very well. Just remember, you brought this on yourself.
Red, talk to me.
Joey?
You okay? Careful.
I feel...
You!
Great, like a bad penny.
Dispatch reported a woman ranting to herself in front of a church. I had a feeling it would be you. Care to explain the dead body around the corner?
Corey?
That's Officer Palmer. Now, explain.
No.
Miss Blackwell, I've been patient and cooperative so far.
No.
Stay where you are.
What are you doing?
Was it like this for them?
For who? Red?
I think it's happening.
Huh?
Auntie, my grandmother, it's happening. It's like it's... No, it's too much.
Red, stop that. Come on, you're gonna hurt yourself. Jesus, cut it out. Not again, not you, not now. Help somebody. Anybody.
I did warn
gotta... No! No! Huh? Joey? Joey? God, I'm tired. The last time I saw Auntie alive, she was wasting away in a hospital bed, gray and gaunt. But now, she looks young. Younger than me, even. Hello? Auntie? Is that you?
Oh, hey. I saved you a seat.
Am I dead?
You asked too many questions. You always did. Sit down, kiddo. We've got nothing but time. Cigarette?
No thanks. Auntie?
Yeah, kiddo?
Is this where you've been all this time?
Don't know. Don't much care. The view is nice, and I don't have Joey nagging me.
Auntie, is my grandmother here?
She was, but she faded away. I guess it will happen to me soon, and you. But in the meantime, let's enjoy the view.
We were possessed by this spirit called Madeline. She didn't succeed, but we ended up here, somehow.
Oh.
That's all you can say? Oh?
Does it really matter anymore?
I guess not. What happened to me? To us?
Don't know. Last I remember, my head hurt really bad. I tried to make it stop, but it just got worse. I might have thrown something?
You did. I was there.
Did I scream?
Yes.
I didn't hurt you, did I?
I hid in the closet.
Ah, good. Smart.
Yeah. You look so young.
Well, I take care of myself.
No, that's not what I mean. When I last saw you, you were over 50, at least.
So I kept on living, huh?
You were alive, if that's what you mean.
Hospital bed. Like Mom.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it was my turn. And now, I guess it's yours.
I've missed you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Why didn't you tell me?
Tell you what?
About Joey? About my family? All of it?
You were 5 years old. You could barely understand how to tie your shoes. And I thought we had more time. But hey, you're here now, and we've got all the time in the world.
Auntie, you don't seem yourself.
You don't know me at all, kiddo. In this place, I feel more like myself than anywhere I've ever been.
Huh. Sure is a nice view, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's just enjoy it for a while.
Funny.
What?
I thought I might get up.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. Auntie?
Yeah, kiddo?
Huh.
Yeah. Something wrong?
No. I had an idea, but it doesn't seem important.
I know the feeling. Just kick back. Enjoy the light show. Something wrong?
No.
I know the feeling. Just kick back.
It's like they're reading from a playbook. Constrained, drugged, placed under observation. In a week, they'll move you to another ward. Then they'll poke you full of needles and nod thoughtfully while taking notes. Then they'll move you to a long-term care floor. Keep you drugged, fed, washed. And then I'll watch you turn gray. I'll watch your skin weather and dry. And then I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I can't blame the universe, or death, or even you. This one's on me. Maybe I deserve it, but you certainly don't. There's gotta be a way to fix this. There has to be. The padded room might be overkill, but if the drugs ever wear off, better safe than sorry, I guess. This place hasn't changed all that much since the last time I was here. Home sweet home. Looks like a duty roster for the orderlies. No point in reading it. I'll become very familiar with the staff here after a few years.